Castle Rock enthusiast. I'm Becky Clay and welcome back to Living in Castle Rock. Today we're in Crystal Valley Ranch, just south of downtown Castle Rock, to explore Raise the Bar Barbell, which is a home-based gym owned by the amazing Lisa Clark. Lisa's passion for fitness shines through at Raise the Bar Barbell. She focuses on personalized coaching, whether it's one-on-one or in small groups, embracing the starting strength model. It's not just about lifting weights. It's about lifting the quality of life for each individual, tailoring the journey to their unique goals. Let's step inside and witness the strength building magic. Come with me. Wow, this is quite the operation that you've got down here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, I'm so excited to learn more about Raise the Bar Barbell. So why don't we pick a spot and let's chat more.
Sure.
Hi, and thanks again, Lisa, for having us. I love what you've got going on here. This is not at all what I expected. It's way better.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to start Raise the Bar Barbell.
Yeah, so my background's in psychology, and I worked in the corporate world for 15 years and then realized that wasn't for me anymore. And so I left and I found myself spending a lot of time in the gym. And I'm like, this is actually what I really love.
Yeah.
And I started training family, and then I started training friends, and then pursued certifications and began working in a gym, and it's just what I love.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what is this strength model? Like, what's the model that that you structure your workouts around?
Sure. Yep. So you nailed it on the head. So it's a strength program. And so I only work with barbells, and we primarily do 4 lifts: squats, deadlifts, bench press, and overhead press. And the reason I use those methods or those movements is because they use a lot of muscle mass. They're compound movements. So you can get really strong really fast, and you can be a 15-year-old kid, you can be an 80-year-old grandmother, and it works for everybody.
Wonderful. So Lisa, tell us what sets Raise the Bar Barbell apart from other gyms in the area.
Sure. So I think of it as personal training, but in a small group setting. So for example, let's say you're on this rack over here and you're doing your squats.
Yep.
I'm coaching you through all your lifts, and then you take a break. And while you take a break, someone is on the rack over there, and I'm coaching them, and they're taking their break. And we kind of move around in a circle. So everyone actually gets training on their lifts, and the lifts are, even though we're doing a lot of the same lifts, you might be doing a completely different weight than someone else. So you might be doing a slightly different variation of that same lift. So that's why I think of it as personal training, but in a small group setting.
Perfect. So I would love to get a feel for what these workouts look like. So we actually have one of your clients here with us today.
Yes.
So I can't wait. I'm excited for you to show us what this looks like.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Let's grab her.
So this is my client, Michelle. When she started with me about 2 years ago, she was lifting approximately 33 pounds for her press. And today she is lifting somewhere around 150, 155. And so she's gotten really strong. And so what I do for each client when they come in is I put up their program. So for her press, she's going to do her warm-ups. She's going to go through all her warm-ups. And then today, this is going to be her working sets.
Okay, gotcha.
She goes through her warm-ups, she loads the bar, she knows what to do, and when she gets to her working sets is when I'm going to start providing her with coaching.
Okay, so this is like the warm-up part of her workout.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so she did 45 pounds, which is the bar. She's going to go to 75 now, and she'll work up to 135.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and I love the setup down here. I'm so impressed. I have a 24-hour gym membership, and going in there, I just feel so overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do.
Right.
Like, I wish somebody would help me. And then, it's like overwhelming because everyone's standing there staring at you and you don't know what you're doing.
Sure, and
so this is really neat.
I've heard that feedback from a lot of women too.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are people that are not very welcoming in the gym, especially in the free weight section. And so I want this to be a place where people feel really comfortable. Everyone, men and women too, but where they can come in, they know that they're going to get good coaching, they're going to be safe, it's a comfortable environment, no one's taking selfies, and
yeah, I noticed you don't even have mirrors in here.
No, I am anti-mirror. This is not about flexing in the mirror. I mean, aesthetics is great, but it's about getting strong. And actually, when you look at yourself in the mirror while you're lifting, because of the reverse image, it kind of messes up your movement pattern. And
Good
so,
to know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So for example, when I teach someone to squat, they're actually going to look down and not up, which is different than what most gyms have people do.
That is so neat. Yeah, I'm learning a lot.
I was doing one-on-one training, and then I recently moved just in January to this small group model, and I have all these racks in place. And one of the things I'm hoping to do is build a community of lifters. When I get to work with someone one-on-one, I get to know them, and it's great. But there's also there's like a magic when you have all these people who may not know each other, people of different ages, different backgrounds, and they come together and they're lifting heavy weights together. And there's a bond that forms, and it's really a beautiful thing because they cheer each other on. And so they form these friendships because they have this new thing in common. And so sometimes because people chat so much and they get really excited about each other's lives and their lifts, the timers just help keep us focused.
So it keeps them on track.
That's right.
So there's a timer that's on these weight racks, and you guys set it for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So in between reps, you take a break.
Yep.
So that you're prepared to take on your next set.
Exactly. Yep.
Cool. Okay. So tell me what each equipment is, and walk me through again, like a typical workout.
Sure. Okay. So these are racks, and these are barbells and plates. There's both iron plates and rubber plates. And each person in the class has their own rack. So you never have to share, you never have to wait for equipment. Everything that you need is here. We also have benches for bench press and so forth. One of the things that I really like is we have baby plates or micro plates. So they go down, they're pretty, right? 1/4 pound.
Oh,
and
okay.
The philosophy behind this method of strength training is progressive overload. So let's say you come in on day 1 and you're squatting 50 pounds. That's, let's say, a Monday. On Wednesday, it's going to be 55, and Friday, it's going to be 60, 65, and so forth. And you're going to get to a point where you can't add 5 pounds to the bar every time. So we're going to have to microload it, and that's what these little plates are for. So
neat.
we can keep going and going and going.
Okay.
Sometimes there are people who can't lift a bar because they have restrictions or whatever. So I have a bar like this. Down here, it's called a safety squat bar. And so for people who don't have the mobility to put the bar on their back, they can hold it like this.
Oh, okay, so this bar on the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, bars are as low as 5 pounds up to the standard 45-pound bar. So if someone comes in and the 45-pound bar is too much for them, no problem. We can start them with a 15-pound bar or a 5-pound bar. There's always a way to get someone squatting and lifting.
I love that. And oh my gosh, can we note? Like, these are so neat to me.
That is a gift from one of my clients.
I love that so much. I think that you've done such a great job of creating a wonderful, inviting space down here.
Thank you.
But it's professional, it's clean, it's tidy. There's still plenty of room. It's not cramped and tight. I could definitely see myself working out down here. We have to chat about that when we're done.
No, it's a lot of fun. And that really was my goal, is going back to like picking the model of the home. I want people to come in. They can just, yes, it's a home-based business, but it helps me keep my costs lower too. And then they can come in, they can work out. If someone's running late, they don't have to knock on the door. They just come on in and meet us down here. Yeah.
Super great. Okay.
all of my clients have a logbook, and it records every single lift, every single warm-up that they've ever done. So Michelle, here, when she started, for example, her press, oh, your press was 20 pounds, right? So 20 pounds, and today she's lifted 135 pounds.
That's awesome.
So you can go through and you can see every single thing that she's done, how consistent a client was, and it's really nice so you can look back on this like years of the future and be like, wow, I was pretty cool back then.
Made a lot of progress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, great. So tell us, if we want to sign up with you, how do we go about doing that?
Sure. So I have a website, rtbbarbell.com. Someone can reach out. My phone number's there. My email's there. What I ask is that the first time a person meets with me one-on-one, and it's about an hour, and I teach them the lifts. If someone had surgery or has restrictions and you need some sort of accommodation, that's really the time where I'll figure it out. And then they can either choose to do one-on-one training or they can join one of my classes. Right now I have classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m., 9:15, and 4:45 p.m.
Okay, great. Now tell me, so are you kid-friendly?
I try to be as kid-friendly as I can. So because there's a small space, I also have a spare room in the back. If someone has a kid who can kind of keep to themselves, they're happy to hop on my Wi-Fi and do some coloring or do some browsing on the internet. I think it'd be a little challenging with like younger kids, but if people know their kids best, if they feel like they'd be able to hang out for an hour and a half, because the classes are about an hour and a half, then that's cool with me.
Perfect. Okay, and so repeat again, you said the hours were 6 a.m.?
6 a.m., 9:15, and 4:45.
Okay.
Those are for the group classes.
Group classes.
And then if someone wants to do private classes, it just depends on their schedule.
Perfect, and that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, and I think this is a lot of clients' number one question. So talk to us about the pricing.
Sure. So for clients who train 3 times a week in the group class, it works out to about $30 a class. I do bill monthly, but there's no contract. It's just month to month.
Okay.
If they train less often, the price goes up. But for those people who are 3 days a week, works out to about $30 a class.
Okay, good to know. I mean, I think that's a great price considering this is essentially personal training.
Yeah.
So do you ever specialize in like helping people prep for various like bodybuilding type things or like do you help with nutrition as well?
Oh, those are good questions. So if someone comes to me, it doesn't matter if their goal is just to be better at a sport or just to be more active with their grandchildren or be a bodybuilder. Everyone's going to start with the same program because we're building that foundation of strength. Once someone becomes more of an intermediate lifter, then their program will change. So again, if someone wanted to be a bodybuilder, they would do more like isolation kind of movements, but they're still going to do the barbell movements too.
Perfect.
Nutrition, yes. So I definitely help with nutrition. One of the things that I think that's a little different about me is that I kind of create or develop a relationship with my clients. So it's not like you come in, you see me for the hour and a half and you're done. Like I encourage people to text me during the week, send me pictures of what they're eating, just try to help hold them accountable as much as they're willing to let me do that for them.
Perfect. Okay. So how do we find you on social media?
Yep. So my website is rtbbarbell.com and my Instagram is rtbbarbell.
Perfect. Well, that wraps up our visit to Raise the Bar Barbell, a fantastic home-based gym right here in Castle Rock. A big thank you to Lisa Clark for sharing her insights into personal strength training and fostering a stronger community. If you're in Castle Rock or passing through, be sure to check out Raise the Bar Barbell, where strength meets community. And hey, if you're looking for the perfect home in Castle Rock, I'm Becky Clay, your local realtor. Whether you're into lifting weights or lifting the value of your home, I'm here to help. Thanks for watching Living in Castle Rock.